Hello there, I'm Big I'm Big Alias, and we got Halo Infinite news. Oh man, it's such a shame that whenever I talk about Halo Infinite news, I have to do it without excitement. Like I want it to be pumped, I want it to be hyped, and I'm just man. It's so many things that have made this not exciting. Is like the slow trickle of news. The fact that there's no videos with this, by the way. We haven't been provided with any extra gameplay, no multiplayer gameplay, just text, information, and a few screenshots. Though it's a big load of stuff. Unfortunately, it always comes with a caveat when it comes to Halo Infinite news of, and also this, which is shit. And in the case of this, the thing that shit is the release date, which is fall of 2021, which in British pounds means winter 2021, probably ranging between October and December, maybe September, but I can't see that happening. Excuse me. I also don't think December is going to happen. I think it will probably be either October or November. I'm leaning towards late October. They probably won't want to get too crushed by Call of Duty. And also they released Halo 5, I think, in late October. Although they did release Halo 4, I think, in early November. I hope I'm right about that. I think I am. So we'll see. We'll see exactly what the date is. And I think they had actually planned this one for November. So maybe it will be November. But that is the release date. And that is fucking disappointing. And I don't get it. I mean, why put Master Chief in Fortnite, and really like push him to a newer audience and then leave that stagnant in people's brain for months and for other characters to come through and other characters and other characters, and then people just forget about the Master Chief. What would have made sense is if they really put Master Chief in Fortnite just before the game came out, but now there's going to be this year-long gap. Or option number 2, if they wanted to keep this release date, they could have done flighting around about March time, release Master Chief in Fortnite whenever, a couple of weeks or whatever time, give them a couple of months, put Master Chief in a flighting for Halo Infinite and go, look, there's this free thing, you can download it, put it into your brains, and then a few months later, let that run for a couple of weeks, maybe do a couple of flighting tests, and let that, sit in their brain until the game comes out around November time, and that would be great, and I think that would work. Unfortunately, they're not doing that. There's more news. The flighting is going to happen just before the game comes out, fall of 2021. So it sounds like they're emulating the Call of Duty system, which is stupid. And for anyone who doesn't know, I mean, Call of Duty betas really are just promotional stuff. It doesn't fix anything. How could it when there's about 3 weeks left? And for the past few years, I think my point has been proven on the fact that Call of Duty betas are purely promotional. So if they're emulating the same system, it will be a few weeks before the game comes out, and it will do jack all to fix the game, which means we're going to have a very buggy, broken game when it comes out as well, especially with all the teething problems that we've already experienced. I cannot believe this is going to take 6 years to produce. Well, there is good news, however. There is good news. There's a screenshot from the multiplayer, which actually looks awesome. I think it actually looks really great. It's from a multiplayer map with 2 Spartans fighting. I will say it does have an air of sort of Halo 4/5. Some of the imagery looks a bit like Fathom from Halo 5 or the DLC one, or whichever one it was. But most of all, actually, I think it looks like Doom, especially with the very like high resolution sort of nature of it. And that is great, because from the very start I said what 343 need to do is emulate Doom as much as possible, because id succeeded in bringing back a classic FPS game, and they did it in all the right ways, and I think there's a lot for 343 to learn there, and it looks as though with this map they probably are. The other good news is there have been some Spartan models, and they look like just up-resed, high-resolution versions of older models, and I think that is another fantastic move. That is really, really great. And they look awesome. They look really great. They look fantastic. Again, I think up-resing old textures is something that id do very well, and I think this is something that they're trying to emulate again. What was the other piece of news? However, they have been talking about customization. The good news about customization is that Jason Statham, is it Statham? Joseph Statham, not Jason Statham. What is this? what is it? Horrible Bosses? That's the one. But the guy, the guy says, I should know he's like the hero of Halo. He said they're going to try to emulate the Halo Reach style of customization, which I think is a good move. I think we can all agree that Halo Reach had the best customization in the history of Halo. Very deep and very good, and I think that's great. He said he wants to actually expand beyond that and go even further. However, he did try to explain away the armor skins. It's a buzzword, but the armor skin things. Oh, what is it? Oh, textures. Let's just call them armor textures. So he tried to explain those away. He said a lot without saying very much like I do. And the disappointing thing about that is that no one wanted these. For anyone who doesn't know, they've removed the ability to just customize your primary and secondary color of your Spartan. Instead, you have these armor skin texture things for your armor. And I know the word, and I really do it. It's really bugging me. But we're going to call them armor skins. And the problem with that is that they're not going to be earnable. They are going to be things that you buy or get through promotions. And hey, maybe some of them will be earnable. They're giving one away for everyone who reached level 152 on Halo 5. That is not worth it. I've only got about 25 levels to go on that, but I'm not going to do it because I can't bring myself to do that. So they're going to be... they've been explained away as something that just is what we thought it was. I mean, you won't be able to choose primary and secondary colors, which is disappointing because we, as a community, if you're not up on it, thought that maybe it was a good idea to give people the ability to choose base colors and then they can unlock these textures on top. Well, no, you won't be able to. You don't get what you want. Because it's 2020 and money is everything. So unfortunately, these skins are as we thought they would be, which is bad news for the customization overall. It seems as though it probably will be very money focused, which is a problem. He also went into the fact that they fixed a lot of stuff with the demo. It seems to me, after reading this, that maybe that demo, it wasn't that it was an early build, it's just that it missed a lot of the finishing touches. As a filmmaker, I know that you go through and you make a very basic thing, and then you add things like color grading, vignettes and good sound effects and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff is in the finishing touches. He talked about adding hair to the brutes. 5 years and there was no hair on the brutes. Oh my god. So apparently that's all going to be fixed. They're fixing all of the lighting issues. And look, he says that part of the lighting problem, my outro is playing as I record this, part of the lighting problem was dealing with the day-night cycle, and you know what, I actually totally get that, and I'm not against them going for an open-world day-night cycle game. I think it was a good idea, and I think it worked well with Gears of War without the day-night cycle, but with the open world, and I want to see more of this world and actually explore it, so I think I'm not against them, having the open world system. I just think that, I do agree that it had a lot of issues with the game. But apparently they've ironed a lot of those problems out, and they're going to iron those out and really work hard next year. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It seems as though this update was a lot of, no, things are not what you think they are. They're not how you want them to be. But we're working on it, and we'll see what happens. So, we will see what happens. Let me know what you think in the comment section below if you care, and I will see everyone later.